up this magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. Up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use it. Can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Yeah, drown out my problems, let me up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Indianapolis Colts. This is taking you to 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Push him back. Push him back. Check. Lucky.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
There we go.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
It's our time, guys. It's our time. 49. Check 49. Check
88. A give right side now to Hunt. He's got the first down and more past midfield. A big run by Kareem Hunt. 54 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
Let's get off the field. Check.
Now Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Watch the sit.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. If you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. Now back to throw. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll set up to throw. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he's got this down to the 35. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Rivers. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Here we go. 58.
Sproles. 9 yards on the gain there, so he got half of it back, and it'll be 3rd down. Here's Sproles. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Check 52. 26. Hey, wahoo! Jim, Jim!
They do go for it. It's Rodgers. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's got this down to the 35. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. No score after one on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Double up, double up. Inside. Double up. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Deuce. Get 300. Get 300. SOS.
They'll run it with Sproles. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check 24. Check 24. Right. Hey, flex. No.
Now it's Sproles. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
258. Number 50. Hey, you block over here. 59.
To throw, it's Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Down at the 20-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 20-yard line.
Here comes to me, it's me.
2nd and 9 now. And this one caught by Max Williams. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. He's got it to Williams. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Miles Boykin, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
It's our time. It's our time.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 35. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been there.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And Thomas has it. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. 8-0 our score with 2 minutes left in the 2nd quarter. They'll look to throw. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Damian Ratley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
4 down. Alert. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They'll try and run it up the middle. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for 2 is denied. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. They run right side with Hunt. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Number 50. Hey, team 6. Team 6.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Go get him, go get him, go get him.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. I got it.
They'll drop the throw. This is complete to Michael Thomas. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They're going to try and throw. And it is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
58.
Watch the pass.
630.
59 mark, 59 mark. Check.
Box it. Hey, Delta.
On 1st down, Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So 2nd and long, you got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Hey, box truck. Zoom.
Stop your body.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. The first update from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. And early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Get ready.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll rifle this one deep right, and that's caught inside the 35. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there for Indy. 44 yards. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Looking to throw. He'll get this to his running back. It's Justin Jackson. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Mike spot 9, Mike spot 9.
They're going to look to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. They'll begin the drive with Sproles. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. He'll let it go deep for Foster. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A big play here for the Cowboys. 73 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
50, 88.
Again, they'll run it. Again, it's Sproles. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Hey, Haywood.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
Boswell's kick is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. You'll be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit in the same spot again.
We'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Now a pass hauled in downfield. 25 yards that time. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Got an open man. It's Ratley. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Damian Ratley, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. Extra point from McManus is good, and that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, y'all. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Mike. Yeah. 59. Back inside.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 35. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try to cut down the length of the drive.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And out across midfield down to the 45. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. It's caught by Jackson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2nd and 2. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. 2nd and 10. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback.
Makes it 3rd and goal.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, dude. Box it.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Hey, 626. Hey, let's go.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And that is incomplete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. So here we go. The Colts will go for 2. They'll look to throw again. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. And the Cowboys are able to recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the Coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Rodgers. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage. This time a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Mike is 59. Mike is 58. Alpha.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Check, 59.
Now Rodgers from the gun, he'll throw. It's complete. It's Sproles. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
26. Box it.
From the gun, Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Rodgers operating from the gun. Sproles so quick and agile. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Rodgers. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Robert Foster, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Boswell good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. Fielded about a yard deep.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. That one looks like he'll throw here. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. 2nd and 5. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, you know, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trusting his quarterback and trusting his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Box it, box it, box it, box it.
59, Mike to 59.
I got one. Mike spot 9, Mike spot 9. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Go to 50. Joker. Zoom. Check. Motion out of the backfield.
Now Rodgers. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Here we go. 59.
Rodgers to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on fourth down.
Mike spot 9. We got it.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 43. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And the Cowboys are able to recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. There wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.